Welcome to Solvent Citizen Encounters. All right, today we have a Solvent Citizen and a follow up for you. But the Solvent Citizen claims he never got the citation, and it's a traffic case, so the judge is going to have to deal with that. So let's go in and see what happens with the first case. Let's go.
This is case number 26T3157. Morning.
Hello, Your Honor.
Okay, looks like you're here for class 4-point careless driving, and you were wanting to set your case for trial, correct?
Yeah, for the record, I just wanted to state that I'm the natural person here on special appearance. So, Your Honor, I have some questions about this, why I'm here today. Is this a criminal or a civil matter?
Well, I'm not going to answer too many questions today because we're setting your case for trial. What I need to do is get you into the court where you can get that jury trial set.
Right, Your Honor. I'd just like to know the nature and the cause of the charges and why I'm here
Oh, he know why he's there, but he's reading from that script.
to be able to defend myself correctly.
Absolutely.
And my
So,
apologies for interrupting.
no, you've got two traffic infractions. One of them is the license plates expired with a temporary permit. The other one is a license plate not automatically readable. Those are both punishable by fines and points. The third charge is careless driving resulting in injury, where you could be charged, or excuse me, you could be sentenced to up to 90 days in jail. That charge has a 4-point penalty if you're convicted of it.
So are you saying this would be a criminal charge then?
It's a traffic case where the rules of criminal procedure apply.
Okay, Your Honor, is there a warrant, an affidavit, or a declaration in support of that warrant?
There's no warrant.
There's
You
no
were-
warrant.
You were charged, you were issued a summons and complaint back on July 10, 2026, around 9:30 in the evening here in Douglas County by the Colorado State Patrol. That's the charging document which started the case.
And you said that was July 10th that it happened, or July 10th that the case was filed?
July 10 is the date of violation.
Do you have a copy of the citation that was issued? I never received any copy. I'm not
Well-
even sure why I'm here. That's why I'm kind of confused.
You can get that from the clerk of court.
Anytime you receive a citation from an officer, most times they're going to give you the citation right there during the traffic stop.
According to the Constitution of the State of Colorado, 1876, you're saying this is a criminal matter, and therefore, if it's a criminal matter, there should be a warrant and an affidavit or declaration in support of that warrant.
Not if
Is
you
there
weren't-
one?
Not
Is
if
it
you weren't arrested. Not if you were not arrested. In
right?
other
But this is a criminal charge, is it not?
Yeah, and that's why you were given that summons and complaint, which started the case. It's what gave jurisdiction to the court and over you to be able to hear this case.
And who is the injured party that brought this case, Your Honor?
Well, I don't know what you mean by injured party. I can tell you the deputy is the one who started the case.
And who is the deputy, Your Honor?
See his name here.
And there's no complaint
there it is.
in connection with that citation from
Hold
the
on,
deputy, Your Honor?
let me answer your question. It's Deputy Cox.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Deputy Cox, COX.
Thank you, Your Honor. And to ask again, there's no complaint from Deputy Cox when giving that citation?
No, it's not necessary.
So what is being requested? Is there a fee being requested, or is equity in this case being requested?
Equity's been coming up a lot in these recent scripts. They must have made an addendum to it.
No, what's being requested by the summons and complaint is that you be prosecuted for that careless driving with injury.
Okay, Your Honor. So for the record, I want it to be known that I am challenging the state's jurisdiction, subject matter jurisdiction, and also personal matter jurisdiction to bring this case forward. I am requesting discovery. I have requested discovery, and I need discovery to be able to properly defend myself, Your Honor.
Yeah, you don't even need to request discovery from the court. What you need to do is go down to the district attorney's office. They would be happy to set that up.
Yes, Your Honor. I was just making record of that. This is a court of record, correct?
It is.
I will be requesting a court reporter for every hearing and also transcripts for every hearing, including today.
Understood. You're entitled to transcripts. You're not going to get a court reporter because we use what's called the FTR, which is this system. If you want your own court reporter, you can make a motion in the trial court. I'm going to set you into Division G as in George on September 15, 2026 at 9:30. Let me get back to the discovery.
Your Honor, real quick before we move on, you
Hold
said
on.
this was a criminal case.
Oh, hold on. As far as discovery goes, do you know where to get that?
Yes, I'm able to email the prosecutor on the case.
Before you leave today, you're going to go all the way down the hall. There's a little zigzag. The district attorney's office is near the end on the right. Go in, talk to the person at the window. That's where you just request discovery.
I reserve all rights.
So noted. So this is going to be a pretrial conference on September 15 at 9:30 in Division G as in George. Anything else from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
So he took the different approach, acting like he really doesn't know what's going on, and then easing the script in during the hearing. But anyway, we'll see him when he comes back. Now we're going into a second hearing of a defendant that I covered before. Now this defendant, he seems to say a lot of bizarre things in front of the judge, and he had to come back again. So this is an update on what you already seen. But what I did, I put both hearings in there so that you can see the previous ones, and then the last one will be the most current one. And so you can check everything out. Let's go.
All right, so next the court will call Dale Johnson's case. This is 26M5022. And sir, are you Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, do you mind coming forward, please? And you can sit at the table if you want, or you're welcome to stand at the podium, wherever you feel more comfortable.
How we doing today?
I'm doing well. Good morning. So Mr. Johnson, I understand today you were here for an appearance on bond, and what that means is that you were in custody. Looks like you were released on a $750 PR bond. So you're here today for your first appearance after that. Usually whenever somebody appears for their first time after being released, I want to remind them of the rights that they have in their case and figure out how you want to proceed. So the first thing I want to address is whether or not you intend to apply for the public defender to represent you in this case.
Mr. Brown spoke with me when I was in jail. And I believe, is he going to be the one representing me? Is he Attorney General?
No, he would be a public defender. So the way that works is that the court appointed counsel is as the public defender's office. They're paid by the state. Their local office is over in Dillon. Okay. And the public defenders that they have over there, it would likely be either Mr. Claypool or a gentleman named Mr. Lichtenstein. And
Are they somewhat educated?
yes.
Hey, it's a fair question.
They are attorneys that
My ex-wife was an attorney for 5 years. She had her samurai.
Okay.
I'm
they
educated.
graduated from accredited law schools, and of course, they could be appointed to represent you. The way that you get a public defender, though, is you would need to fill out an application. They need proof of income. If you don't have any income, they would just need a statement from you that
You know, the last time that this happened, 10 people got murdered at King Soopers in Boulder
Eh?
an hour later.
Well, that's certainly unfortunate, Mr. Johnson. But what I need to explain to you is that we do have a public defender application. We can give that to you today,
Okay.
and you would just need to fill that out and provide it to the public defender's office in Dillon. Okay. Do you understand that? So Ms. Santoro is going to provide you with a copy of that public defender application. I do think it's a good idea for you to reach out to them.
I was going to say, the last time I did this was March 22nd of 21. That's an hour later.
Well, that certainly was a terrible day in history. I suppose it's good that it's been that long for you.
Last time I seen a piece of paper like this.
Well, I do encourage you to go ahead and apply with them. If you're either not employed or don't have much in the way of income, you likely qualify for the public defender, and there'll be an attorney that you can ask questions to and discuss your case with, and they can.
As long as they don't find out about my Ally checkbook, the World Bank.
All right. Well, that's
By
that's
the
a
way,
conversation you can have.
there's a sealed envelope in Midland, Michigan that shares all this information at all these 14ers that we look at here. I'm the legal representative of.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, I'm sure you have lots of interesting stories, but I want to try to keep things today to.
Truth. No, they're deeds and titles.
I want to try to focus today on the things we're here for today. Okay. So there is just one charge against you. It's a class 2 misdemeanor. But I do think it's important for you to discuss your case with the public defender and to seek their assistance. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to reset your case for a public defender day. Okay,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to give you a new court date. All right. I do want to make sure that that you are able to fill out that document. You're welcome to fill it out here today, but it does need to get over to the office in Dillon. The address for their office is right there on that first page. Should be on the bottom of the page there.
Beautiful. Awesome. Hey, I have one question and one request.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any drug charges or anything like that. And I don't plan on leaving. And I know you're aware of a few of the warrants that I have that are some petty stuff. But as far as this geo thing, I don't have a phone. I own Foxconn. That's what when I left Wisconsin in January of 2019. That's when they left over 1 million square foot abandoned.
Okay.
But if is doing this daily call in, trying to get somebody on their personal phone to call in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it the last 2 days, but it's I don't like people using my phone when I had a phone, and if we could excuse this, that would just take the pressure off people and me trying to ask somebody and stuff like that. It's a huge nuisance.
Sounds like he needs to get his own Foxconn.
It is,
I mean-
Mr. Johnson, it is challenging.
You know,
when you don't have a phone.
I'm taking care of all the Medicaid and Medicare in this state and all the dental. I mean, that's the least we could probably do as far as good faith so the world can see that we're trying to show some
But-
type of consideration.
Mr. Johnson, currently, do you primarily live in Frisco right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I actually don't know if Geo really wants people going there in person instead of calling the line on phone. So I don't on the phone. So I don't know if that's even an option.
I was gonna say, it doesn't look like it's set up for that. And I mean, I don't like to be a big nuisance to people and, and it seems like wherever I go now, since I left 3 hard drives on a bus, everybody's negotiating my public land and SNAP benefits and the filibuster and all that stuff. I'm just getting sick of all this shit.
Eh?
Mr. Johnson, give me just a minute and then let me think about that question.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the drug screens. They can see that I'm clean. I mean, I don't drink. I don't, that's not my problem. My only problem is right now is too much. I'm the legal representative for too much shit.
He said it again?
I just want to walk away from it all. Pain in my ass.
He's taking this too far.
I actually, some of my good friends outside the country, Ernesto Kelly Coppell, I wanted to get some legal representation from him because with the Guzmans, I sold timeshare there. I says, you know what, just do a demand letter for $4 billion. I'll sign off all the land, all the gold, all the real estate.
Mr. Johnson, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to deal with this
Oh.
question you asked me.
I was just thinking out loud. I'm sorry.
Understood. So Mr. Johnson, what I want to do here, the charge that you are facing is violation of a protection order, essentially contact with
7
somebody.
years ago, I didn't
Right.
even know about it.
There's really no allegation regarding drug or alcohol use that contributed to this. So, yes,
I
Ms.
think
Murphy.
there was an allegation in the facts that he offered to do drugs with the protected party.
Sure.
That was marijuana. That's medicine for me.
Okay.
Actually, Amanda, she treated over 20,000 patients here in Colorado. Her family opened the first medical marijuana dispensary here when I moved to Cabo in 2001, and they leveled the Twin Towers.
Well,
Okay.
so here's the deal, Mr. Johnson. I want you to do your best to continue trying and call in, but obviously I'll take it into consideration if for some reason you have challenges with calling in and I get a report from Geo that says that you missed some calls. We can just talk about that at the next court.
If I have issues like this, I'll pray out loud that Colombia never says another key of heroin, cocaine, or morphine to this state, like when I was in Des Moines.
All right,
And then Trump had to fight with Colombia
Mr. Johnson,
about visas and passports.
Mr.
We're not gonna
Johnson,
go that route, are we?
I need to focus on what we're here for today.
I'm the
okay?
#1 dude on the planet.
Okay. So, Mr. Johnson, what I'm doing is I'm going to reschedule you for a public defender day. Your next court date is going to be in July. All right. It's June 7th. It's June 17th today. I'm going to set this for July 21st at 10 a.m. Any reason you won't be able to make it back to court?
I'll be here, sir,
Okay.
unless I'm dead.
All right. Well, I hope that's not the case. But we'll set you for July 21st at 10 a.m. Yes, Ms. Murphy.
Mr. Johnson did bring it to my attention that the protection order, the temporary protection order in this case, has Amanda Johnson's name incorrect. It should be Amanda Gail Thompson, instead of Johnson.
I believe her husband's assuming my brother's medical file. That's why it was stolen when I was at Park 1 in Grand Junction. But get a hold of Bob Duran or Todd. They're aware of all that stuff.
This guy must be really important.
And I do believe the birth date is correct.
Okay. Thompson, not Johnson. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's just the house she's living in, I imagine now with the,
Well, I appreciate you pointing that out, Mr. Johnson.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Trying to help you see clearly or clearer.
I appreciate that. All right. So we will make that change to that protection order. Mr. Johnson, again, I'm going to set your next court date for July 21st at 10 a.m. And make sure you get that public defender application in.
I will, I'll do that this week for sure.
Okay, great.
Appreciate your consideration, kindness.
Likewise, appreciate you.
I don't know
being here.
why, but you know what? You actually feel decent. Don't prove me wrong.
Well, I suppose that goes both ways, but all right.
And yeah,
So, Mr.
fair
Johnson,
enough.
again, we'll see you July 21st at 10 a.m. We're going to modify that protection order to the temporary protection order to make sure it states Ms. Thompson's name correctly. Okay?
I never planned on seeing that person again in my life. And
way
they
I-
come up to a stoplight and said hi to me, you know what I mean? The last thing I'm doing, you know, I try to run from people.
Mhm.
I'm not somebody that chases people. I've got enough associates in my life. I don't need that.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Johnson. You have a good day. We'll see you in about a month. Okay.
It's time, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Now that we have that hearing out the way, let's go into the second hearing and see what he has to talk about there. Let's go.
Okay. So we will go ahead and call Dale Johnson. That's 26M5022. Mr. Johnson is present in person. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
Yes, Your Honor. I want to state that I did get to talk to Mr. Johnson briefly this morning. I thought that he would apply for the public defender, and I did reach out to Ms. Dennis about it. Ms. Dennis, sorry, but he informed me today that's not his intent. So I would ask the court to reset for another docket day because I do anticipate filing a motion in this case. Mr. Johnson also informed me that he has been calling GEO every day in compliance with his bond conditions, and I believe he would like to ask the court to revoke that bond condition. I told Mr. Johnson that we don't have any filing from GEO to confirm his testing, and so my position, which I'd also like to state to the court right now, my position is to wait to hear back from GEO before revoking that bond condition. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mr. Johnson, I guess a couple things that I want to address today. Is it your intention to go forward representing yourself and to not engage the public defender to represent you in this case?
My thoughts were this morning coming in with the arrest that I had, that all of the other factors that would come into this no contact order, that it would be dropped. Just a little record for the story, or for the record. In July of 2019, when Amanda and I went to Denver, Colorado, she had a lunch with.
I do want to remind you before we go into the facts that you do have a
I'm
right to
speaking
remain
something.
silent.
She had a lunch with Ivanka Trump, and Mike Pence went up to Pitkin County to a private auction.
Eh?
And when we come back after that vacation or that weekend trip to Denver, she told me I couldn't work for her company anymore. And that's the only reason why I didn't get a public defender or a defender. I thought the case would be dropped, but it's not. So we'll go forward with it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and just for the record, Amanda and I never once had an argument or fought about anything. It was where the issue come was my brother's medical file and medical benefits. Her husband is assuming, and that's some issues come in there, but we'll get into those legal issues later.
Sure. There will be a more appropriate time and place to get into those issues. I think
Sorry.
regarding the procedure that we're going to follow here, I do think, so if the public defender is not going to be representing you, I'll give you a new court date regarding your request for the court to terminate that bond condition that you call into GEO. I do want to wait until I get a report from them, but what I can do is I can reschedule you for a court date that'll happen soon.
That's fine.
So we can address it then. What I usually get a report from GEO that says, this person has been in compliance or
It's
not.
been a challenge. I've been financially
Well, that's something I'll address that at the next court date for you, okay? So let's see. Today is July 21st. So I'm going to ask you to come back on August 5th, which is in about 2 weeks, okay? And we can address it then.
Yeah.
All right. So Ms. Murphy, what I'll do is I'll set this for an arraignment date. We'll set it for August 5th, if that works.
Due to the motion I intend on filing, I am a little nervous about it being on an arraignment.
We can do it in the afternoon.
Yes, Your Honor, that works.
How about August 5th at 1:30 p.m.?
that's-
Any reason you can't make it back
Yeah,
to that court
No,
date?
that's fine.
Okay.
And I have a question. As far as if I want to set up an appointment with the district attorney to discuss some things too, is that something that's within my realm? Or does that all have to be done before the court?
It doesn't have to be done before the court. It just depends on the district attorney's availability. Sometimes that
Yeah.
can be done by email. Sometimes it can be a phone call. It depends on if Ms. Murphy has the ability to discuss this case with you before that next court date, or perhaps it can happen at the
Yeah,
next date.
I've got trust issues with
Ms. Murphy, do you have any
IP,
thoughts on
so
that?
person to person works better for me.
I'm gonna wait until after August 5th, Your Honor.
Okay. So if you haven't requested discovery, that's something that you can do at the DA's office, okay? So that's copies of the police report and things like that. So you're welcome to get a copy of the police report.
And that's where at?
You can do it at the front desk of the DA's office. So it's at the building just to the north of us, okay? So if you want to request discovery, you can request that discovery from the person at the front desk and provide them with your contact information, email address or phone number, so they can provide that to
I'm
you.
sure Michael Hathaway with Sedgwick and the FBI Computer Bank Fraud Investigation Department, they've been investigating me since 13.
Okay, well,
So they're aware of
any of the discovery they have available for you is something that you can request from them. We'll see you for your next court date. That'll be August 5th at 1:30 p.m., okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Have a good day, Mr. Johnson.
Well, Mr. Johnson seemed to have traveled and did a whole bunch of different things according to what he says to the judge. Now, since we wrapped up those first two hearings, now we're up to date. So let's go into the most recent hearing. Let's go.
We'll call Dale Johnson, 26M5022. Mr. Johnson appears in person. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, sir.
All right, and Mr. Claypool, what do we need to address in Mr. Johnson's case today?
Yes, Your Honor. We are going to raise competency at this time. I know Mr. Johnson has some things he wants to tell the court, and I don't know. if
I
he-
just, this is the first time I spoke with you this morning, Chris. Where did competency come up ever?
So, Mr. Johnson, competency means that the court needs to make sure that you understand the proceedings, that you understand the charges against you, that you understand your rights in this case, and that you understand how to engage in a competent manner in the defense of your case, okay? And before the court can proceed or get your case on the trial track or otherwise resolve your case, I need to make sure that there's an evaluation to ensure the court that you are competent to proceed. If we don't do that in cases where competency or your ability to understand the proceedings is raised, then we are going forward when somebody doesn't truly understand either their constitutional rights or what's really happening in the case. So whenever competency is raised, the either party can actually request it. They're asking me to enter an order.
On
For an
what
eval-
grounds,
for an-
sir? I'm
for an
asking what
evaluation
grounds?
done.
What grounds was this brought up?
Um,
Who brought up the competency? I've never spoke with Chris before ever in my life. Who brought up the competency? I would like to
it
know.
sounds like it's being brought up now.
Who?
I just take it.
How did you bring that up, Chris?
I can tell you, Mr. Johnson, that in my experience with you, I have some concerns that.
You know, I have some concerns with the state of Colorado, and so does the rest of the world.
Well, in this case, what's important is that, that I can be assured that you understand the proceedings and can be involved in your own defense.
I'm okay with that, sir, but I do request a different public defender. I spoke with Sarah yesterday. I've been to the public defender's office 4 times, didn't receive any paperwork to a public defender. I do want to claim my instance of not guilty, and I would want a retina display facial recognition trial
Eh?
for her innocence and my innocence and her security.
Here's what would happen, Mr. Johnson. Let me just, I want to explain.
We're
What's
talking
the-
about a no contact order from 2020 with a female I've never been in an argument one time with.
Yeah, and I've heard your,
Never been in an argument with her one time, sir.
I'm aware of the facts and circumstances and that.
And I'm
this is
aware of the
over-
27 million.
All right, but Mr. Johnson, the way this would work going forward, you would actually have a different public defender that would be
Thank you.
representing.
All right.
Her name is Taya
I'm okay
Rife,
with that.
okay?
Thank you.
You would have the opportunity to talk to Ms. Rife before your next court date.
Thank you.
I do think that it's appropriate under the circumstances for me to enter an order ordering a competency evaluation.
I'm
What
okay with
is,
that.
it's not a determination today that you're not competent to proceed.
I'll
It's
share
that
this with you,
It
Judge.
would require you to talk to somebody. an
October,
evaluator.
April 24th, 2023, I was deemed permanently incompetent to proceed or delusional by Judge Edward Bronfin or Jared Polis, if you check the files. And then, I'm dealing with a lot of stress. A
Yeah,
lot
and
of
I'm not letting-
assassination attempts for like 17 years when I come back to the States after
And
the
Mr.
swine
Johnson,
flu.
Mr. Johnson, a lot might have changed since 2023. So this
Thank
is
you.
really me just asking, ordering that you get an additional evaluation, see how you're doing today.
I did get a second evaluation with Dr. Mack at the Denver Detention Center.
Okay.
So I had 2 evaluations of the delusional.
Well, this
So-
evaluation would be somebody from an organization called Bridges, Colorado. It's
And,
an organization that works with the Fifth.
But when they tried to get me SSDI, when the organization called the Denver Sheriff's Detention Center, they had no medical records or dental records on me.
Okay.
And this is what brought in the unlimited dental in the state of Colorado, which they just changed to $3,000 the beginning of August, because I brought up that Colorado give unlimited dental when I needed dental.
Well, perhaps, Mr. Johnson, this might be a new opportunity to see if some of those records can be found. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to issue a competency evaluation and order one. So what that means is somebody from the organization called Bridges will need to reach out to you. Can you provide me with some updated contact information, either a phone number or email?
Also with Geo, I've been doing Geo every day, consistently.
Yep.
Is that something that needs to continue or can, it's,
Let me look.
You're right, I don't believe Mr. Johnson has a phone number. Do you check your email? Do you want
I
to
own
stop by our office?
Foxconn. That's why when I left Wisconsin in January 19, Foxconn left a million square foot of acreage. The
Okay.
federal government abandoned Asia.
So I think the question here is going to be how we can actually get you in touch with the evaluator here.
Give me a number and I'm very,
You have Taya's number, right? You have her card I saw?
yeah, but I'd like to,
So I call her and she can help you out.
okay,
Sound good?
all right.
All right, let's
That's
do that,
fine.
Your Honor.
Okay.
She'll have the information, sir.
You will. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Doing everything I can go along with your system, sir.
I appreciate that, Mr. Johnson. And really, I want to make sure we're communicating effectively, and I want to make sure that that you
Right.
understand the process.
Truthfully and
That's why
honestly,
It's
that's
a-
what I'm looking for.
okay. But that's why I do think, so what I want you to do is reach out to Taya Rife.
Okay.
She's with the public defender's
I have her
office.
number. I just
Okay.
was waiting for
So
I
when,
never met Chris before, so
right,
I wanted to give him the respect.
a lot
and
of
then-
times there's new
then
faces
versus
that you're
credit
introduced
and all
to.
the competency. Sometimes the truth hurts.
All right, so I do see that you checked in and were registered for testing back on June 15th. That was about 2 months ago. At the time, the pretrial report indicated that you were compliant with all the testing requirements. Is that something where it would alleviate a burden on you? Is that where you're
If you,
stating?
if you really truly need it, it's just that when obviously I'm not a runner and I try to make every date possible. I just, as far as alleviating some stress between the communications. I'm not a drinker and I'm not gonna leave, but it seems like I get tickets and the tickets are holding me back in this county. It seems like, and if this county don't want me here, I'd be more happy to leave. And
Well, here's what I'm going to do, Mr. Johnson. You have engaged in at least 60 days of compliance at this point in time with that order. It is my policy to at least consider removing that sobriety testing after 60 days of compliance. There is a financial component too. It does cost you money to do so. So I am willing to terminate that sobriety testing at this time. Okay. That doesn't change the bond condition though.
No,
You are still required to refrain from consuming any alcohol or any illegal drugs or controlled
Don't have any
substances
problem with
unless
that.
medically prescribed. If you are prescribed any medications, you should be taking them.
No.
But if you're not, then you should not be taking them. So I am willing to terminate that testing at this time. But with regard to the Bridges order, I am going to issue the order for the competency evaluation. Get in touch with Taya Rife as soon as you can to make sure you can coordinate that evaluation. Okay. The
absolutely.
purpose of that is, for one, to make sure that you are competent to proceed, but also to potentially connect you with resources. Okay?
Absolutely. I'm okay
So
with that.
make sure you
I
engage in
just,
that.
I took it very, I've got a lot of flashbacks in my last situation when he brought up competency.
Yep.
It just brought me,
I'm sorry about that.
no, it's not your problem. It's my issues.
Yeah, I imagine there are lots of triggers when you're involved in this
lot of
situation.
stuff.
But that's why it's important to, if you're not currently seeing anybody, you're not currently engaging in any mental health therapy or treatment or anything like that, there's potential to get you connected with those things because we all need it from time to time. So
But that,
anyway, so that's the point of that. We are going to reset your case. We'll go ahead and set it. So there's a different judge that you're going to be in front of for the next court date. He really guides the competency process. So I think
please don't say it's Edward Bronfin.
it is not.
Okay.
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 This would be Judge Seamus.
Okay.
I think they give. Okay. Same dates though, right?
You remind me of Scott Palick.
I think she
Joe was
is.
from All American Ford.
Okay, so what I'm going to do. Well, first of all, Miss Murphy, I see you standing.
Yes, Your Honor. Just to preserve the record, I would like to state the people's position on the revoking the alcohol monitoring.
Sure.
We don't object for the reasons that the court has listed of the 2 months of compliance and Mr. Johnson appearing for all of his court dates. So we do think that's the appropriate decision. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Miss Murphy. All right, and make sure we get the right date. I don't think she's changing the dates though.
I can check back.
Everything's already
That's
been
fine.
set. Here's what we're going to do, Mr. Johnson. So I'm going to set you for September 18th at 1 p.m. That's going to be your next court date. We can put that on a card if you need us to.
You're gonna give it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and give you a card. So September 18th at 1 p.m., that's your next court date. So again, check in with Ms. Rife.
Thank you. And
She should be able to, she should be able to give the information and get you connected with the folks from Bridges for that evaluation that you need to complete. Really just requires you to have a conversation with them and schedule it appropriately. Okay.
Yeah. And
right.
she'll have all that information.
Well,
All right. Thanks. Have a good day.
all right. You too, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care.
Now, the question that I have, do you really think he's being honest that he needs the competency? Or do you think he went that route because he's trying to work his way out of the charge? But either way, you can tell he may need a little bit of assistance. So hopefully he's being honest about it, but I'd like to hear from you in the comments. So I hope you enjoyed all the videos. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and I'll see you around on the next one. Did you know you can bypass rent with just a little creativity? Get ready for some next level nonsense. Introducing Sovereign Housing Agency, where paying your mortgage or rent is purely optional. Signed a lease but decided you'd rather not pay? No problem. Our expert team will show you how to file endless, frivolous motions, declare your property as tribal land, and insist that the courts have no jurisdiction over you. Fed up with eviction notices? Just ignore them. At Sovereign Housing Agency, we turn every legal loophole into your personal right. Why move out when you can stay put and live rent-free? Our satisfied customers say, eviction? Never heard of it. And remember, your lease is just a suggestion. So what are you waiting for? Call now and learn how to never pay for your home again. Because it's not just a house, it's your sovereign kingdom. Sovereign Housing Agency, squatting rights for everyone. Live sovereign, live free. Backed by UCC 1-308 and UCC 1-103.